Heat stress is a red flag. Listen to your body and seek relief to avoid danger. Beat the heat by staying hydrated and take care of yourself because your well being matters. In this training session, I'm going to discuss the science of sun's influence, how the sun energy impacts the human body, how the heat enters the body, and what are the immediate effects and long lasting impacts. So, let's start. Heat is a type of energy that makes things feel warm. It is created when tiny particles like atoms and molecules move around and bump into each other. When they move faster, they generate more heat. Imagine you are holding a cup of hot tea. The heat from the tea travels through the cup and warms up your hand. That's an example of heat transfer through conduction. Another example is feeling the warmth of sunlight on your skin. The sun's rays contain heat energy that reaches your body, making you feel warmer. This is heat transfer through radiation. When you cook food on a stove, the heat from the flames or the electric burner transfers to the pot or pan and then to the food. This is heat transfer through conduction again. Heat can also move through liquids and gases. For example, when you boil water in a kettle, the heat from the stove causes the water molecules to move faster and eventually the water turns into steam. This is heat transfer through convection. In summary, I would like to say heat is the energy that makes things warm. It can be transferred through conduction, radiation, and convection, and it plays a role in everyday experiences like feeling the warmth of sunlight, enjoying a hot drink, or cooking food on a stove. Let us discuss now the effects of heat coming from the sun and what are the impacts on human body. The heat from the sun can enter and affect the human body through various mechanisms. Stay with me and learn how it happens exactly. Number 1, solar radiation. The sun emits solar radiation, which includes visible light, ultraviolet UV radiation, and infrared radiation. When the sun's rays reach the Earth's atmosphere, they can penetrate the human body. Number 2, direct exposure. When the body is directly exposed to sunlight, the skin absorbs solar radiation. Ultraviolet radiation, in particular, can penetrate the outer layers of the skin and affect underlying tissues. Number 3, absorption. Solar radiation can be absorbed by the skin, leading to an increase in the body's temperature. This absorption can result in both localized and systemic effects. I'll discuss this point in the later stage of video in detail. Number 4, skin heating. The skin acts as a barrier and absorbs solar radiation, converting it into heat energy. This process causes the skin temperature to rise, contributing to the overall body temperature. Number 5, vasodilation. To dissipate heat, the body undergoes vasodilation, where blood vessels near the skin surface expand. This allows more blood to flow near the skin, facilitating heat transfer and aiding in cooling. Number 6, sweating. Sweating is the body's way of cooling down in response to heat. When exposed to high temperatures or during physical exertion, the sweat glands produce sweat, which is primarily composed of water. As this sweat evaporates from the skin's surface, it takes away heat energy, resulting in a cooling effect on the body. Sweating helps maintain the body's temperature within the normal range by dissipating heat through evaporation. However, factors like humidity can affect its effectiveness. It is important to stay hydrated by drinking fluids to replenish the lost fluids through sweating. Overall, sweating is a natural and efficient process that helps regulate body temperature and keep us cool in hot conditions. Number 7, heat transfer. Heat from the sun can be transferred to the body through conduction, convection, and radiation. Conduction occurs when the body comes into direct contact with hot surfaces such as sand or pavement. Convection involves heat transfer through the movement of air or liquid, such as when warm air touches the skin. And radiation refers to the transfer of heat energy in the form of infrared radiation. Number 8, ultraviolet radiation effects. Ultraviolet radiation from the sun can have various effects on the body. It can cause sunburn, skin damage, premature aging, and increase the risk of skin cancers, including melanoma. Point number 9, vitamin D synthesis. Sunlight is essential for the synthesis of vitamin D in the body. When the skin is exposed to sunlight, UVB rays interact with the cholesterol compound in the skin, triggering the production of vitamin D. Many people from Western countries, they are visiting the Gulf region just to enhance this vitamin D synthesis to complete this process, because this is complete when your skin is exposed directly to the sunlight. Point number 10, eye damage. Direct exposure to intense sunlight can harm the eyes. Ultraviolet radiation can cause temporary or permanent damage to the cornea, lens, and retina, leading to conditions such as photokeratitis, cataracts, and age related macular degeneration. Point number 11, increased heart rate. To meet the increased demand for blood flow and heat dissipation, the heart rate increases. This helps deliver oxygen and nutrients to the skin surface and facilitates the transfer of heat from the core to the skin. Number 12, electrolyte imbalance. Sweating results in the loss of electrolytes, including sodium, potassium, and chloride. If these electrolytes are not adequately replaced through hydration and nutrition, an imbalance can occur, leading to muscle cramps, weakness, and fatigue. And if it prolongs, it might be deadly in the case of heat stroke. Number 13, increased respiration. In response to high temperatures, the body may increase respiration rate to facilitate heat loss through the respiratory system. This helps expel heat and bring in cooler air, aiding in the body's cooling process. Number 14, heat related illnesses. Remember, if the body's cooling mechanisms cannot effectively cope with the heat, it can result in heat related illnesses. Heat related illnesses include heat exhaustion, which is characterized by heavy sweating, weakness, dizziness, and nausea, and heat stroke, a severe condition where the body's temperature regulation fails, leading to a dangerously high core temperature. If not treated, if not respond in time, immediately, promptly, it may endanger your life and you don't have more time to survive. Dear friends and fellows, always remember, once the heat enters the body, it affects various physiological processes and can lead to heat related illnesses. Firstly, as I told you, increased core temperature. Exposure to high temperature can raise the body's core temperature. The body's thermoregulatory system works to maintain a stable internal temperature, typically around 37 degrees centigrade or 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. When the external temperature is higher than the body's temperature, the body absorbs heat, leading to an increase in core temperature. In conclusion, I would like to say safeguarding yourself from excessive sun exposure is crucial to mitigate the potential adverse effects and impacts on your body and health. Taking preventive measures such as applying sunscreen, wearing protective clothing and sunglasses, seeking shade during peak sun hours, and practicing overall sun safety can significantly reduce the risk of sunburn, heat related illnesses, and long term damage to your skin and eyes. By prioritizing sun protection, you can enjoy the outdoors while minimizing the potential risks associated with prolonged sun exposure. In the upcoming training session, I'll discuss the signs and symptoms of heat stroke, heat exhaustion, heat cramps, and how you can manage heat stress. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Wish to see you soon with a new HSC tutorial. Until then, take care, good luck, and goodbye.